guy is a con artist, fisherman and smuggler, right? I get he did things, but how bad can the fix is going to be? You give us Fontaine, and then we'll contract him, and you'll be knocking back finance for the fighting of that. God. Damn, guy's strung up and being electrocuted and won't give up Fontaine because he's more scared of him than Ryan and Sullivan? That's pretty nuts. Guess we're going to stop the Mosies from blowing more holes in you than the plot of Burial at Sea. It's like all those things, you know, where to find a research camera. Speak to an off
Close calls don't count for anything, Donald, and to be fair, you aren't entirely wrong about Burial at Sea being a bit of a mess. But I'm going to do my very best to tidy it up once we get there. For now, here's Andrew White realizing Fontaine is intent on being a thorn in his side.
Fontaine, somebody to want. Wasn't just masked to be convicted in a home. But he always manages to be where the evidence isn't. He's the most dangerous type of football.
It's a current demand for.
Trump Bibles being illegal in Rapture is Andrew Ryan's only major L.
Somebody must be done back on tape. One of his buying buildings and he's falling to the water on channel types and nucleotide sequences. Rapture. Billy Shade is far away.
Good luck.
It's telling him to give it a time.
And here we have an intro to what Fontaine said that smuggling might on. In 1951, Fontaine communes with Lisa Shaw and Bridget Chenbaum about their interest in atom research, and Ryan's skepticism and unwillingness to commit to fully funding their project. Intrigued by the possibility of altering genetics with atom, the trio strike a deal to experiment with it under Ryan's nose. Fontaine offers to provide funding and exploit local criminals as test subjects, in exchange for the pair keeping the project quiet and cutting Ryan out of the deal.
Okay, forget what I said earlier. Missing the opportunity to get in on the ground floor of atom research is Ryan's biggest L. I mean, Strong and Tenenbaum are both Looney Tunes, and Magic Sea Slug news that gives people superpowers is a hell of a sales pitch, but it seems like exactly the kind of culinary science and innovation that Ryan built Rapture to cultivate. Imagine being an extreme capitalist, big shot businessman and getting science cut by officials. Had to be quite a blow to Ryan's ego.
So science cut is an insane bullshit. But yet, believe it or not, it wasn't until 5 years later, in 1956, when Ryan finally realizes he has to make a move to get into the attic business. By then, splicing was already emerging as a major feature of Rapture.
30 camera looks just like one in the topside. Calling them like an Indian voice for so they can also analyze genetic information and biological structure of the bullet pointed all over.
Not gonna lie, I really don't remember the research camera aspect of this game's launching. I mean, I know you're in an undersea civilization built in the mid-1900s with genetic modification via sea slug tube, and then a camera that somehow basically shoots the people you photograph there. It seems like a ludicrous concept. Plus, it's a video.
Some of the dwarf master like this. There's more cameras and turrets in here than there are outside Andrew Ryan's fucking office. I swear to God.
If the terror of Yemen himself, Barack Obama's first death of this series was getting blown to smithereens by the 1960s version of a drone strike. Right after Joe, hide your kids, Biden tripped over a small child and died last episode. I just might actually piss myself laughing. I'm never going to live that down, am I? Absolutely the fuck not. Yeah, all right. I said I'd save the sisters since it seems like Tenenbaum's rescue plasmid works. I only harvested the first sister because I didn't know any better, and it's my first time playing this video game, and I wanted to see what would happen. Definitely not because I was fiending for a hit of Adam like I'm Tyrone Biggums. Meanwhile, Donald referred to himself last episode as a, quote, harvest enjoyer. I'm not the one everyone should be worried about, folks.
Yeah, Donald, we are going to have to come to some sort of an agreement here, man. Rescuing the sisters in Bioshock 1 is better for the plot, especially in retrospect, the further we get into the series.
A genius businessman such as myself. himself knows that altruism is a load of commie bullshit, especially in Rapture. I know my boy Andrew Ryan would agree with me on this. You two are starting to sound like Sophia Lamb with this good two-shoes garbage. I might be willing to see things your way, but you're going to have to sweeten the pot for me a little, because I hold all the power next episode in Arcadia, and if I'm not convinced otherwise, I'm taking the Adam slug for myself. Sisters be damned, and using it to splice some of Fontaine's hair growth tonics so I can have an incredible head of hair and finally ditch this fucking toupee.
You know, I've been watching the recent episodes of South Park, Donald. Does Fontaine also have a plasmid to help out with your little tiny microscopic baby?
Hey, that's a publicity. Not only I have no link, but we aren't going to discuss it on camera right now. And speaking of cameras, the research camera is in this office. Let's everyone calm down. Snap some photos of splicers. Check out the rest of the work and save some sisters before heading back to Fontaine Fisheries.
No, if they some still so much almost behind her small space. They don't feel like down there, children, not lives,
This photo kind of looks like shit. It ain't graded really generous. Must be being graded on those USA public school grading scales where nobody is allowed to fail when funding gets cut.
Literally training an entire generation to be lazy parasites. Andrew Ryan wouldn't stand for this kind of crap, and neither will I.
Donald was glossing over how he didn't even take his own SAT college entrance exams.
Say it to the kid.
Guys in no position to criticize anyone's approach to schooling. That being said, yeah, I'm not quite sure why the photos are so indiscernible. I even played with the video settings to try and fix it. Not really an issue though. We won't be showing many photos anyway. We just showed the first few for the damage bonus the spider splicers pop up. So here we have the security bullseye plasmid, the single most busted tool in the whole Firetop one. It redirects all of Glen's security systems to target whoever is hit by it, so it can manipulate hostile turrets, cameras, and bots into attacking the enemy of your choosing instead. I'll demonstrate why it's so busted later on, but for now, enjoy the security bullseye ad from Ryan Industries.
Hang on, I thought we were playing on survivor difficulty for the challenge. Don't tell me you plan on cheesing the damn game with security bullseye. What's even the point then? You might as well throw the whole death competition out the window.
Is it really that overpowered, Obama? Kind of unfair that you had me play 2 episodes without it. You gave yourself the first episode with it as you
Oh, so when the fifth week against you, it isn't so funny. Huh, Joe? Well, I can't blame you for blocking Obama for this. I know the kind of lazy crap you can do with security bullseye, and if Obama is going to do something so terribly uninteresting for the content for the sake of trying to win a death competition in the game he chose, then it's movie tragic idiot, and I've lost what little respect I might have had for him.
I'll address it in a minute. Try it out. This is important audio. Now, to address concerns about security bullseye, there's really just one specific interaction security bullseye has that makes it kind of game-breaking. I've done the short and you and Dahl are going to do the one yourself, but how about that you avoid that particular interaction for the sake of gameplay integrity?
I guess that's fair.
So what do you say, Donald?
Fine, I guess. One of the pleasant concerns that resources in the early game and family could sort of security box and get that crap out of the as quickly as possible to unlock tunnels that the favorite box and subvert some of our editors' identity. The amount of time we spend editing out the hacking game is crazy.
I should have speak on that. It's about to possess power consistently. It's the thing that I will go outside and touch grass.
Not in sense.
There are better lines of guys pronouncing, I see I'm going to offend correctly, than that guy ever touches grass. But I'm going to say a couple of pretty significant audio points in the Rapture post office, so I grabbed the last fire slicer photo of the beach. Get the voice of how desperate Ryan got to maintain control of Rapture as soon as 3,000 minutes in the late 1950s.
Paying people for the sake of your ideals is we can work.
Yeah, and here's some.
I guess even Ryan's reports are reached the limit with the head honcho of extremism. How do you respect Sullivan? Some folks who can't just keep following orders. Oh, okay, I think we don't have this. Just like the Pied Piper led back through the street, still dancing like a marionette, swinging to the system.
Yeah, well, we begged him, silently hanging it out, so always here. I still remember a relative gifting me a copy of Countdown to Extinction and burned on this.
Nobody watching this other than 30 is going to know what the hell for it.
Those were the good old days. One thing, downloading sketchy copies of songs off LimeWire and you make your own mix. Infecting the parents' computer with house. Get so damn fast. You are proper country ones.
The hell do you mean your parents' computer? You're about to turn 83 years old.
He didn't have the scrounger of physical costs. Activity told reward for researching fetish devices. It allows you to single reports of the leak out forces and environmental items like six and catalysts. Very handy if you are finding uninspiring. You do have to be careful, however, as it is super possible to re-roll and get worse loot than was originally offered to you. A bit of a gamble, but with some tact, it's pretty useful, especially for how early you can acquire it.
Fun fact, utilizing the Scrounger gene tonic is how the Democrats were able to re-roll all those votes overnight in Pennsylvania in 2020.
Wait, what?
Get fucked, Donald.
See, folks, I knew that shit was...
Adios, you son of a bitch.
They told me, son, you're special. You were born to get great things.
Things Joe will never be able to say 100 for 1,000 hours.
They were right.
Wait, what the hell is happening with the plane?
Jesus Christ, what the hell is this?
Between the screams of people dying in a horrifying manner, I'd like to welcome everyone to episode 1 of President's Play Bioshock. Welcome, folks. This one's a doozy.
All right, open for traffic.
Found you guys. Please tell me you're both okay.
Joe, quick, help me save Obama.
I can swim just fine, you prick.
Why would you just assume he can't swim anyway?
We need to get the hell out of here.
There's a fucking jutting out of water over there. Swim to it.
Didn't we try and help other survivors?
Don't worry about them. They are NPCs, so they all watch the screen and for the crash. This might be a net positive.
So many things wrong with us. First, it's 1960 at 6 10. It wasn't started in someone's sleep.
Besides economic, we do the most potentially wrong thing you've ever said. Mr. President and leader of the free world is positively insane.
Okay, enough. Let's just be thankful we made it and figure out what the hell to do next.
Well, I'd say this looks like a mostly peaceful protest to me.
Can't believe we crash landed in the middle of the ocean and somehow ended up in Detroit.
Hey, I found a door. Let's put some space between us and those protesters. I respect their right to loot, burn down businesses. Just not in my neighborhood, you know?
Yeah, what a dog-ass foyer.
Nothing like some good old-fashioned propaganda in the morning to really get the juices flowing.
So this statue is of a fellow named Andrew Ryan. Looks like a fine and upstanding gentleman to me.
Wait, is he serious, Barack? Tell me this isn't Sleepy Joe's first time playing Bioshock?
I let him goof around a little on my save file so he could get a feel for the gameplay, but yes, this is a first for Joe, something that doesn't happen often at the ripe old age of 82.
Yeah, whatever. Are we really about to get in this sphere? It's kind of giving me Titan submarine vibes.
This takes place in 1960, and this random sphere in a suspicious-ass giant tower sticking out of the middle of the Atlantic Ocean looks more high-tech and less sketchy than the Titan submarine, and people still got on that.
For our viewers out there, Joe's leading us off for this series. I'll go next, and Trump will round things out. This game is full of really fantastic lore and world building, and as the resident
Let's stay back. It might hurt her again.
She must have been terrifying. I know.
You too?
It's okay to be afraid, you know. But you can't run. You gotta keep moving forward. We will beat this. Together.
I don't know if I can.
You can. Just give me a heads up before you stab me next time, okay?
Leon. Thanks.
Luis, where are you?
Sorry, I screwed up. Come to my rescue, Prince Charming.
I'll show you charming, pal.
Come on. I'm in the ballroom past the courtyard. Don't be late to the dance.
Can't believe that guy.
If he's in trouble, just leave him, right?
Yeah, no sweat. Come here.
And Bioshock enjoyer, I'll do my best with those and let you folks enjoy how bizarre and immersive this game is.
Fire at my fingertips is my catchphrase when I'm writing bars for my SoundCloud raps.
Oh, Jesus Christ, not that again.
I am Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question.
connected with this gloves. Clean the carpet off. Did you clean today?
Yeah, I did.
With whom? With whom?
Kitchen.
Quentin. So Quentin was working with Sydney today?
He was in Philly till 12. Yeah, I'm West Coast County. Oh.
Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington, it belongs to the poor. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible. I chose courage.
What an absolutely peak intro.
But the artist would not be a sensitive, but a scientist would not be bound by the petty morality, where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat of your brow, practice can become your city and
As lifelong politicians, you two have never worked hard a day in your lives. So you're both lucky I'm here.
Yeah, all right. Buckle up for like 7 episodes of Donald agreeing with everything Andrew Ryan says.
Hey, what's that thing in the tunnel?
You'll see soon, Joe. Can't wait to see you get clapped by one.
That was a splicing.
Okay, see you on the destination, boys. I'd like to formally welcome you both.
You gonna tell him or should I?
Just let it happen.
Normally that's Donald's line, am I right, folks?
Dan, we've been here 3 minutes and we are leaving smuggling. We really did land.
Oh, Johnny, our dear friend we've known since the beginning of our journey with all the humanity. Fellas, it just occurred to me that we don't have anything to defend ourselves with.
Lady, please shove off. I need that we change to get you. Okay, fine. Don't cause a scene. You're going to have this 27 cents. It's really all I have on this. Jesus Christ, the homeless are relentless.
Obama, I'm getting kind of scared. Oh, they're not like our good friend Johnny.
Deep breaths, buddy. We survived Donald Trump's presidency. We can survive this.
You see how Johnson stealing the spider? He might be some real thickness. Considering what you let happen to Johnny, that doesn't make me feel all too confident, Mr. Atlas.
No goddamn way am I going out there without a briefcase full of hush money.
What an oddly phrased threat. This lady is real.
Only Washington is over to an after yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. You better run. You can't wear them colors out here, cuz.
Now, would you kindly find a crowbar or something? Steal Johnny in, please.
Too bad. We couldn't just have the murder robot to support us. I gotta get me one of those.
In due time, Joe. Your first bit of combat is up here. Remember what we practice, and you should be fine.
Oh no. Somebody lit J.D. Vance's girlfriend on fire and threw her down the stairs. How tragic.
Hey, lay off the guy. At least you don't have to drive couch cushions for their silence, so I kind of get it.
But he also can't really traffic him either, so pros and cons, right?
Gotta be the most insane 3 lines in our channel history. But shut up for a second while I beat this guy off with a wrench.
While you do what now, Joe?
Great footwork, Joe. Some good use of the environment to keep that slicer open for you.
Hey, you guys hear that little girl voice? I can promise you, I'm better than your dad.
Joe, that's absolutely enough of that nonsense from you.
It's the day we finally get banned from YouTube. It's been fun, folks.
The girl isn't real, it's just a recording. My day is ruined, and I want to go home.
Well, it's
The consolation prize.
Fellas, we died in a plane crash and went to heaven. It's a girlfriend with me. Here's the day, Daddy, the Fenny.
God damn it, how many times have I told you not to inject yourself with random needles you find discarded in Democrat-run cities?
Wait, this isn't fentanyl or children's tears. What the hell's going on?
If only Joe had known about the abuse that can flow down.
This little bitch looks like he just landed sharing clothes. Wonder if it's still Johnson Matter. Wait, no one's going to be. It's still fish I close out. Yellow, always have been. But the longer the better. It's huge.
Look, Mr. Bubbles, it's an angel. I can see the light coming from his belly. Maybe he's still breathing. Beside, I know how to change.
Almanacs is out of work. I think Joe is coming too.
Surprised he's alive. Flipping phone is some dangerous from the public.
The rear kicks on his one. Or something like this, or like having it back.
Did Atlas just say something about being fisted by lightning? That's an oddly specific kink.
You're an idiot. He's referring to our very first plasmid electrode, which with stab enemies with a quick blast of electricity. Plasmid will be essential to our survival, and I'll dive more into their lore and mechanics shortly. When you're done scavenging snacks from trash cans, why not hit that malfunctioning control panel with Electrobolt, so we can jumpstart the door and move on.
Okay, I'll give it a whirl. Dang, oh, that was pretty cool. Zapped in like old Sparky.
Rumor has it a well-timed electrobolt that how Hillary was able to short-circuit her email server so quickly.
Fun fact, I once had to restart Joe's heart with Electrobolt after he gave himself an ice cream-induced heart attack.
Wait, oh my God, it's debris from the plane crash. We gotta retreat.
The door is jammed again. All has to the other side of this tunnel before it fills with water and collapses.
What kind of dipshit builds a city at the bottom of the ocean with 1960s technology anyway? This whole place just screams OSHA violation.
And Ryan is morally questionable, but far from a dipshit, considering what he's achieved here, Jeff. And avoiding OSHA was one of the reasons he built the city here at first, guys.
Far from the prying eyes of big government and the liberal media, guy might have really been onto something with this place.
Well, looks like we all made it, including Donald. Sorry, Reddit. Maybe next time. Oh, look, another needle by this corpse. It's my lucky day.
Those little needles contain Eve, essentially. Mana in the world of Bioshock. Eve is necessary to cast plasmids like electrical. You can also gain Eve by smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee. Health, on the other hand, is maintained by first aid kits, health stations, and various snacks.
Hey man, not even half his HP. I remember the 1-2 punch being damn near a one shot when I last played. What difficulty are we on anyway? I don't know that we've established the rules of this run against or not.
While Joe has played with some splices, but right in that, he will be playing to survive with difficulty the hardest setting available, where enemies are much more tanky than normal and can take you down in just a few hits. We will also not be using Vita Chambers more on that later. Joe is leading us off in the intro section. Welcome to Rapture. And he will also be getting us to the medical pavilion in our next episode, since there's not much combat here. From there, we will take turns. Each episode, I'll take over after Joe to tackle Neptune's bounty, and Donald will get his turn on Arcadia. Along the way, we will play the audio logs we find for YouTube of the world building, and I'll elaborate on the game's fantastic role for our viewers. Hopefully, when it's all said and done, we will find a way out of this hellhole and not end up stepped on by a big dead.
Okay, so far I've gathered that this place is sort of a laissez-faire experiment run by that Andrew Ryan, built at the bottom of the ocean to escape government oversight. Looks like it's going really well for him so far.
No government oversight, no blue-hair Starbucks employees crying on TikTok because they have to work an 8-hour shift. Nobody driving casually. An absolute paradise and triumph of the little man.
At a young age, Andrew Ryan and his father fleed Russia during the Bolshevik Revolution. He witnessed the execution of his cousin and the director of the militia. Thus began his campaign to convince this militia's government. However, decades later, after the bombings of Nagasaki, Ryan ultimately planned to build a Rapture in motion. More on Andrew Ryan to come.
All that family, I need to get them out of here. The explosives have nothing else to offer. They kill sweet from the stupid family, and they just made this video, you know, I don't want to now. But you're the only hope I'll ever see my wife and child again. Go to that people's bounty. Find my family, please.
I don't know that we know how much fun it is going to care about his family, honestly.
Joseph is he helped us out earlier. We don't exactly have a lot of options here. Like it, we don't have much choice. You know, they end up like Johnny. I have my whole life ahead of me.
Why is it dead and not dead?
Holy crash out.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Man, this is really dark.
Hey, that's no baby. It's something infinitely better. A gun. Grab it, Joe.
Sorry about this, sweetheart.
Yeah, Joe, that was cold-blooded.
Let's change ever. They destroy our bodies, our minds, and we put them out of life. The whole city went down.
Wait, didn't you say electrovolt is a plasmid? Is this what is due to happen to us now that we've injected ourselves with one? Are we going to eventually lose our mind, our memories, and our sense of self and become full of splicers?
You've already lost those things through domestication, so feel free to splice away to your heart's content.
Plasmids offer incredible benefits in medicine. We've already seen that with our use of electrovolt, but the long-term effect is pretty harrowing. With that being said, we don't have much of a choice here, Joe. In order to effectively protect ourselves from all of the slice-up madmen in Rapture, especially on survivor difficulty, we are going to have to arm ourselves to the teeth with plasmids and gene copies.
We'll take the short-term benefit over the long-term consequences, like any rational person would.
Well, some still seem to have a semblance of emotion and care for one another, even if they are pretty deranged. But watch me hit this superhero landing.
Can't believe your knees didn't get shattered when you hit the ground.
Good tactics so far, Joe. It's relatively scarce in early games, so you have to be sharp with pistol headshots, clever with plasmid use, and employ good footwork in melee combat to preserve resources.
Grounding supplies and money from food, lockers, and hacking safes and vending machines is going to be key as well to keep our options open.
Biggest boss points from the water. Head what they let you hold.
A great example of utilizing the environment to advantage are electricity-based attacks on target.
It's just a situation.
Working.
I'll have another drink. Here's a toast to Diana Coulthard, silliest girl raptor. Silly enough to fall in love with Andrew Ryan. Oh, goodness.
Dan, was there some kind of rivalry here? Diane doesn't sound too good.
That particular New Year's party has some very significant lore implications, and it also a source of some controversy in the community regarding possible inconsistencies and retcons over the course of the Bioshock trilogy. I'll dive into this more as we progress, but simply put, yes, Joe, Diane, and much of Rapture saw better days before that party, and that's all I'll say for now.
Careful now. Watch your calling get bow and have weapons with it.
Oh, okay, sure.
Joe, your soon-to-be favorite thing about these games is down below. Go take a look.
You think that's a child down there? Don't be fooled. It's only one time sweet baby girl is one monster. Whatever you thought of right or wrong on the surface, well, I don't have much down in Rapture. Those like this. Yeah. The genetic material that keeps us leaders of left in the everybody wants her. Everybody needs her.
Oh, hello, little girl. All alone without any supervision. You fancy a sniff?
We'd like to see why this band was here, Jones.
Stranger danger, stranger danger. The Charlie Miner. I saw her first.
Yeah, it's got to be a big out these moments. This is pretty much how all of them are chosen. Congress themselves. What's that?
The way I recognized that thing, probably after I fell off the banister, the splicers in my thing ran away from it. This guy's totally cooked.
We don't feel sorry for that splicer. He had info to get arrested television placement.
This is what I did to Donald in 2024.
What they did to Donald in 2020. And my other folks. We just have one done for rock. What's the deal with the big daddies and what's out of
That is a stuff that's part of the rare slug on the open floor around Rapture with the genetic slides. When the findings will find rid of a time, it allows you to get a hold of their genetic makeup in ways unlimited by the imagination. Little separating a part of the atom from corpses for recycling, but this makes them frequent target of splicers who want to claim the atom for themselves. That's where Big Daddy's come in, as they escort their little sisters during other things to fend off splicer attack, and ensure the little girl has been safely returned to their boundaries.
Since my big friends are having great children, work it was nice. One guy, the Big Daddy, feel honey. So baby, why do you feel like this?
I mean, it's a lot cheaper to have child twins out in India than to have adults in the USA, so it's maybe the same argument as the family.
Stop, Joe.
Oh, well, there's noise and sure to attract unwanted attention.
They're away from the flamethrower killer. They want to get eyes on the water to shut down things. Splicers come from that direction. Here's them a good zap with electricals.
Are you the whole show, man? Okay. I thought you were going to have a guest on. How is it fair? Did they just
They just shut it down. I'll be keeping track of that, so be sure. I just feel like I'm not going to get enough time to use those, so it's only fair to get a little bit of 6 exact moments, and if you play Bioshock once before, and I put it in time and there for their time to again, so if you can play it as a handicap.
I did practice a little on the phone to save 5, but things have been fairly easy so far.
That's fine, I guess. Let us get over these counters in the building, and then we can watch them absolutely no stuff medical bills. Hang on, it's just playing medical bills. Doesn't that mean Skip to be the one to make a certain similar decision for our playthrough?
Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
After the sound fresh, we better get a move on, boys.
Just this way, Joe. Let's get out of here before Ryan Spicer's head up.
Guys got a point. Rather than insisting upon the right citizen twice too often, and so do left like sure. Look at the judge. Hey, Stevie, are you around here? Yeah. Capital riot. Capital riot. Stop the steal.
Turn the wheel on the door and get us out of here. Officially complete the Welcome to Rapture section of this playthrough. We hope you all have enjoyed this intro episode. Next time, Joe will tackle the medical pavilion where some grisly things have gone down, and we will unravel a little more of the mystery surrounding Adam, Little Sisters, and Big Daddies. Join us for episode 2, coming soon, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an upload.
To all our viewers, would you kindly have a great week and come back to see us next time?
Take care, everyone.
Dining hall.
Here? No, thanks. You do a lot of missions like this?
Well, yeah. But I'm not used to having such good company.
Is that a compliment?
Take it however you want.
As a worker or employee navigating these uncertain times, you're not alone. The government of Canada is here to help with training opportunities.
He said we have to close quicker, we have to do a better job of defending middle ice. They are next to last in the league defensively. They drop the puck and away we go. So an opportunity from the high slot. 39-year-old Ryan Reed's a healthy scratch on Tuesday night in Buffalo. 2,000 in the game, by the way. Buffalo got out to an early 2-0 lead, but they barely played 6 minutes. Celebrating in the heart against the wall in the corner. Victor Arvidsson, sharp sticking out, trying to get the shot away. Smith shows in the Lexington. It's down. Slapped ahead for Keegan. They're driving across the ice to Lindholm. Got the lead. Keegan got the tackle. It was intended to be a shallow. I think Lindholm was trying to get that ball to the goal line. But you can see the stick. But makes contact with the top, up above the shoulder. Fred Corrali back up top. He shoots just wide. Hassel's got it. Bernard on fire is kicked out by Nedeljkovic. And he said at this point, as an opponent, I treat him like McDavid. And he's only 19. And the 4 out of the last 5 years, there's that. It's the same. Nice work along the wall. 100% protected speed. Nice low play to create 2-on-1s by good corner work. It's almost like a cycle game in that tight area. And the draft picks celebrating the first overall. 4 out of the last 5 years.
Oh, wow, that is well in.
Top 10. It's open to tonight. It's the puck. It's in the stand. Wide. Slide. Kicks it out. He powers through a Michael Leasonjack. Some of the top end draft picks. He's another one. Taken second overall last year draft. He's only 19. Yeah, so you got Will Smith. You got Lisa. In the side. Michael, score! Michael Lisa tries to hold. And the Sharks open the story. And you have Romeo. When they just combine and take the lead with a good play across the offensive line. Real good opportunities at one end. They can't get the puck deep down the wall. Then they're able to.
Jason.
Yeah.
How are you? You good? You was off today? Oh. What do you have for dinner? For burger? Dishes are done?
Yeah.
What about the sandwich?
Yeah.
You clean? Yeah. Kitchen?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah, I watched it.
Sure. After trying it, you have to take it away, right? Yeah. Is that right? You fall asleep, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you put the light? Okay. Okay. There you go. Mm-hmm.
Attack. Looks like McAvoy loses an edge, trying to get back into the play. That allows numbers. Nice little behind the back pass, 2-on-1, and that puck had eyes. Somehow it got through the skate and stick and asphalt. And the finish. Gonzaga. Excellent. Onside catches. Here's the spot behind. Tipped in by Nedeljkovic. Now McAvoy. Kiki. Skippers. Attacked all the way down. Rose making a change up top.